Hey, what's going on, Golferos? Welcome back to Salud Golferos, the podcast. We are on episode 14, and this is going to be a really fun episode. And you guys are going to be really jealous, especially if you're watching this on YouTube, because we are here with Warrior Smokehouse Barbecue. We have David and Eva. Guys, how's it going? Thanks for being on the pod, man.
No, thank you for inviting us. And, man, looking forward to, doing this podcast. I know that we've been talking with you guys for a little while. And excited to have you guys here and have you guys try out the food and hopefully get some feedback from you guys.
Oh heck yeah. I'm sure we're gonna be really excited. Raul has tried your food and he's just been hyping this up for a couple weeks now.
Fucking amazing. But dude, why are you just not giving respect? It's Chef David, dude. Come on.
That's right. I'm sorry. It's Chef David.
Mike, come on.
Chef David. And we have the boss Ava over here.
Yeah, we got to include the boss.
We got the boss, yeah.
I made sure I starved myself this morning so that I could try this out correctly.
Okay, all right. So I think we all did the same thing, dude.
Yeah,
I'm on coffee and ranch water right about now, dude. That's it. Maybe I had a handful of sunflower seeds at the games today. That's it.
Yeah, I definitely only had like a little sandwich in the morning, and then I went over to the games and I only had some fruit. There was a fruit that guy there selling. So,
well, it's not like David didn't make it easy on us sending those freaking pictures at 4 a.m. and you're like, oh,
dude,
damn.
I know.
Hey, man, I got to get you guys ready, right?
Oh, dude.
Dude, that is a labor of love, though, because you were sending pictures in the middle of the night of all the hard work you were putting into that.
Yeah, so it's like I get a lot of comments, and we actually got featured in San Fernando Valley Eats. And we got a lot of comments, a lot of people saying that it looked real dry, but like if people don't know, Texas style barbecue, it really is a labor of love. Like, I mean, this stuff will cook for 14, 16, even close to 20 hours, which is what our brisket cooked today. It took like almost 19 hours to really get up to temperature. And then, of course, we still allow it to rest so that it stays nice and juicy. So, like, a lot of people say, like, oh, how come you don't show it? And that's what we do now. It's like with the marketing, with my wife, Eva, she's just been like getting footage and we're just like creating videos and just loading them up to our page.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I wonder, we need to share those out there because, I mean, like, it was literally the middle of the night and we see David going through his Traeger, just opening that sucker up, making sure everything was working the way it's supposed to. That was something else.
I think it's gonna be the easiest episode to hype up because it's just gonna be food pics. Yeah. Like we're a golf page, but there's people just gonna be like, "Is that brisket? Are those tacos? Like what's going on?"
And you know what's crazy too? It's like it's definitely different. And Raul, you've had the food before, so you can definitely attest to it. It's when we decided to come up with our what I would say what our menu is. I wanted to do something different that like the Latino culture isn't used to, but still incorporate like all the Latino flavors behind it, and then just do your Texas style brisket, your pulled pork, and then we do a different spin on the chicken that we do as well. So, a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. No, I'm really excited for that. I love the fusion of it all and kind of the expansion, pushing beyond what is normal. So I think we started diving right into the food, guys, because like I said, he was sending us videos and we got really excited, so we wanted to start talking about that. But let's take a step back. Let's go back in time. Warrior Smokehouse. Let's explain the name and how did you guys start?
So Warrior Smokehouse comes up. Obviously, my last name is Guerrero, which translates to warrior in English. The way I cook everything is we smoke everything. One of the things that we do, and that's actually the idea of my wife, is that she did smoked brownies, which kind of gives you like that distinct barbecue taste to it. So, and then we do everything out of the house. So, that the name was real easy after that. So Warrior Smokehouse, and that's kind of how we came up with it.
Okay, cool. And what's kind of your background as, Raul corrected me. It's Chef David. So do you have any previous like culinary skills, anything like that, or is this just like a passion and that's evolved into a business, or where did that come from?
So, Latino culture, everybody always tries to be positive and say good creative or good things towards everything that you do. So like our story is I got into cooking. Once COVID hit, we just had a lot of free time. We got the smoker, and then we just started, buying meat and cooking it up, experimenting with different, rubs. And eventually we just started getting really good at it and figuring out like cooking times. And, it's an art form for you to be able to cook meat at such a low temperature and be able to have or make sure that it comes out nice and moist and juicy and not dry at all. So it just became a passion for us. I could say zero culinary education, but I'm a visual learner. So like I've always been into watching like the food channel videos. Like I grew up watching Emeril Lagasse.
Shout out Emerald. That's cool.
Yeah, with his band. Exactly. And so like watching his videos, and I always said, I'm like, that's what I want. I always wanted people, like when they try my food, is the moment they try it or they taste it is like I literally want them, explosion of flavors to hit their mouths. And so that's kind of like one of the things that I've always done. And then, growing up older, like my mom would teach me stuff like, but I would never really pay attention to it. And as I got older, then I started watching Gordon Ramsay, who is like, to me, is one of the top-notch chefs. And it's like we made it a point to go ahead and visit almost all of his restaurants. So like for us, like we love everything from, hole in the wall little taco stands, street food, restaurants that you walk by and you'll be like, oh, I would never consider eating that food there, all the way up to Michelin star restaurants. So like for us, that's kind of like the background that we have. Like, again, with my wife and her mom, like the old school style of traditional cooking, where they do everything by hand. They don't use any sauces or anything. It's all made by hand. So like, you're making your arroz, you're grilling up your tomates, your ajo, your onions and everything. And that's what your flavor's at. So that's kind of like where our food background is. And then obviously my wife, and I'll let her speak for herself.
Yeah, Eva. So Chef David, he gets inspired. He starts, practicing, working on his passion, his craft. But as we all know, our wives are behind camera. They all support us and help us with our dreams. How did you come into play into the story? Obviously, you're his wife, but were you like, okay, yeah, let's run with it, or was there any skepticism? What was kind of your part?
There wasn't, because I know there was this one time he got sick. So he had a made work for maybe like 4 days. So, and we have bills to pay and whatever. And he came up to me one day and was like, why don't we just start doing our food and start selling it? And at first I was like, no, I know. Oh, but it's gonna come. What if we make all this food and like nobody shows up? But we're lucky that we actually sold out in less than 2 hours on our
Nice.
Your
first
first
pop-up.
time out?
Our first pop-up.
Nice.
Oh shoot!
We sold out in less than 2 hours.
Where was the first pop-up, if you don't mind? Oh, right here.
Yeah,
Wow.
We've done
yeah,
them here since day one.
Wow.
And-
That's gotta say
Yeah,
something.
so
Yeah.
we're like blessed with like our friends showed up, our family members, and
Yeah.
Everybody showed up, and
That's really cool. So for the listeners and viewers, when they say here, we're in their backyard. They welcomed us into their home. So the pop-ups are here at home, right?
Yes.
So
Right
we
out
have
front.
everything up in the front.
Okay. Man.
oh sorry.
And by the way, we are in beautiful Pacoima, California, 91331. For those of you that are in the
91331.
Shout
know,
out Pacoima, my dad's hometown.
818.
Yeah, we literally set up shop in the front, and we set up our tables where we get all of our food ready, and we set up tables too for our clients to come in and enjoy the food with us. And even on certain days, we offer beer too as well, like our Cinco de Mayo Papa that we just had. We had a great time with a couple of our loyal customers that have been day oneers.
Yeah.
They're in here like for hours, and I mean they're eating good food or having a couple of beers. Obviously we'll sit down with them if we have a lot of time. Just chop it up, have a good time, drink a couple of beers, and just have a good time.
Yeah. That's awesome. That sounds like an amazing time.
I want to kind of just into that, kind of dig into that process of you going from, you had to stop working and you just said, it just clicked. I want to do my own thing. How long have you been contemplating, though, behind the scene? I mean, I know it took something for you to get out of work and you said, I want to do it now. But how long was that idea there before?
So honestly, I've said this before in a couple of interviews that we've had before with a couple of news media. Honestly, it wasn't there. No, it was just something that I would do for fun. Mm-hmm. And like I was touching on earlier, family will always say, "Hey, your food is good. Your food is good," because family doesn't want to be fucked up and tell you, "Hey, your shit sucks," right?
Some Mexican, no, ya la cagaste, güey. Nah, bro.
Or at least they'll give you the PG version, right?
Yeah. I think, especially because you're doing smoke style, eatery, where a lot of Hispanics out here versus the Hispanics that are from the South, they don't know what Smokehouse is. It's very rare when you find somebody that, you're telling them that you're cooking it for 20 hours. And like, what? They think you're going to mess it up. A lot of people out here are still not familiar with it.
Mm. Yeah, we actually had a cousin of mine that so hesitant to try it, and he wouldn't even want to try it at all. And then one day, excuse me, le entró la hambre, and he had no choice, right?
and he's inside right now waiting. He's like, "Oh shoot, there's food today. Hold on, let me go over."
And ever since he tried it, it's it just completely changed his tone, because it's like I said, it's one of the hardest things to introduce somebody else to something that they're not used to, like in the Mexican culture. And that's why I always say it's Texas style barbecue meets your Mexican carne asada, because the thing that makes us different, or the thing that we chose to make it different, is instead of serving it sliced like you'd find at every barbecue joint, mm-hmm. and they also focus on the sauce to complement it, or in this case,
hide the true flavor.
Yeah.
Under the sauce.
So I've always been a firm believer. It's your meat and your rub or your star.
Yeah. Yep.
The barbecue sauce should complement it.
Right.
But it should never be that's your main source.
Right, right.
So for us, what we did is we turned it around, and what we did is all right, kind of say fuck barbecue in a way, but not really, because we're still respecting the techniques that you get to where you need to be at, as far as the consistency, making sure it's still juicy, it's not dry. And what we did is we chop it up and we serve it in a taco, where we focus on the Mexican side and we focus on the topping. So our salsas, and what we do is we do a molcajete style salsa, which is very common, Latino
delicious,
culture. We do a green salsa, and then obviously if you're Latino, you want to have the heat, so you always have that hot spicy salsa as well. Mm-hmm. And then the thing that also makes us different is now everybody's used to cilantro and onions. Mm-hmm. Now, for us, forget the onions. We went shallots. Now, if you go to fancy restaurants, the shallots. Mm-hmm. And that's what we use. So we caramelize our shallots. We cook it in butter, salt, and pepper, which gives you that sweetness. So it's if you're eating a taco, you're like, oh shit, this onion is different. Now you're getting different layers of flavors. And that's where our my palate, where I'm used to eating Michelin star restaurants, mm-hmm. and I'm just taking a little bit of everything and just putting it all together into one bite.
You're adding it to that notepad. Let's try this. Let's try
Tengo
that.
un hambre.
No joke. My stomach right now.
But David,
my stomach was growling right now when he was talking.
Yeah, man, dude, my mouth's watering over here. But look, man, that is it's so freaking true. And even the taco that you made me, where you're like, hey, don't just try the jalapeno. Let me make you the taco, and you put the jalapeno. And then I'm sorry, what's the name of that taco? Because
so
that's a
you're
special
talking
name.
about the Punisher, man.
The Punisher.
What a
there
name.
it is.
What a name.
And woo, that was just it's kind of weird, because you hear let's be honest, some douchey terminology. Oh, the complexity of the taste. But look, the taste on the bite had body to it. It wasn't just the first bite it was the same taste across the board. It's how it played out. So talk to us a little bit about how did you come up with that concept of just layering that? Was it just you tasting and trying stuff out, or
was it like you said, picking up ideas from all these other places that you enjoy eating at?
So this is a real funny story. I'm a big firm believer of always giving back to my people.
By the way, everybody,
Princess
this
is
is
in the
Princess.
podcast.
She wants to be a part of the
Say hello to
podcast.
Princess.
For all those on YouTube,
Princess wants to be a part of it.
Right?
Yeah, if you guys tuned in the last episode with Sunday Golf, we had Mindy, Pat's dog, Mindy, and today we have the Guerrero's dog, Princess. So shout out, Princess.
There you go. You're Instagram famous. So I've always been a firm believer of always kind of like giving back to my community or even like the people that have supported us. And so we have a couple of different tacos that we've included into our menu. The Punisher is one of them. And that was actually, we have a funny way of saying it, but like it's one of my cousins who's always been a day one. Always comes out, supports. Like, I mean, when he was coming out to our first couple of pop-ups, like he was dropping a good amount of money, ordering food for his family and for himself to eat here. And so we had decided to include the jalapeno poppers one day. Like we've kind of done that history where we'll add a different menu item at a different pop-up, and we'll just kind of like advertise it. And like the jalapeno poppers were an instant hit, and they've been in our menu ever since. And so he was sitting down chilling, and I just looked at him and I'm like, dude, I don't know why, but I'm gonna serve you this taco. Let me know what you think. And so what we did is the jalapeno popper, we put it in a tortilla, we added our brisket, our pork, and our chicken, and then loaded it up with toppings, and I served it to him, and I'm like, dude, let me know what you think. And his expression on his face after the first bite was like, dude, this needs to be on the menu. And I'm like, all right, we'll name it. I was like, what are you going to call it? And he's like, Punisher.
Punisher.
And so that's how it started, and it's been on the menu. And it has evolved now into what we call the Warrior Burrito, where we put...
It's a burrito? It's a burrito?
Yeah.
yes, please.
So we've evolved it into what became the Warrior Burrito, which is we do 2 jalapeno poppers, the 3 meats on there, and then we just let our guests obviously put in whatever they want to put in toppings, and then we roll it up and close it out. And essentially, I mean, it's called the Warrior Burrito for a reason, because it's, dude, you eat one and you're done.
It's a fight. It's a fight all the way through, and it's a fight that I'm ready to take.
But the taste, oh my God. Did Nelson, because I know the day I came to your pop-up, and look, of all things, like, I know, David, you've talked about, like, how people are loyal to you. The day that I showed up to your pop-up was a rainy Saturday, and it was packed with people here, and you're like, oh, dude, you barely made it. There's not that much food left. So that attests to how good your quality of meal is that you're serving out here.
Yeah, me and my wife had a conversation the day of, because we're setting up, we're putting all the tents up. Obviously, we knew the weather wasn't going to be there. So we're setting up the tents in case like people were brave enough to, weather the elements and stay and have food there. And I mean, it got so bad as far as the rain right before we open up. So we always open up on Saturday, first Saturday of the month at 5 p.m. Okay. And that's how it's always been like that, unless we have an event that we either have to cater or we're doing something with the family. Mm-hmm. But we always let everybody know, like on our Instagram page. And so we're looking at the weather. It's like 3 o'clock and it's pounding hard with rain. And I looked at my wife and I'm like, babe, I think we might have fucked up. It's like, we shouldn't have bought so much meat. And like, dude, what are we gonna do? It's like, it's coming down hard. And like you said, loyal customer base. And even we got a lot of new customers that day. But I mean, it was coming down so hard and it was raining hard. It was windy. It's to the point that it actually broke one of the canopies.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dude.
And so we're like, we have a group of people that are braving the elements. They're eating, and then all of a sudden, like, the canopy breaks. And, like, everybody's starting to get soaked and wet, and nobody cared. Everybody's just like, hey.
That's freaking dope, bro.
Yeah, like,
that's some good food,
that is dope. It was
that's
a crazy
good food. They were worried
Saturday.
about covering their food only.
Yeah.
Like, I
and
need to
then-
eat my taco.
I got here. It was a little bit after 7, and I was like, all right, it's mellowed out, so let me make a quick run. And I was gonna do a to-go type of thing, so I'm like, I'll just grab like a pound of each. And he's like, I don't know if I can get you a pound, but I'll get you whatever I can scrape up. I was like, oh, bro. I'm like, I thought like, maybe I'm 2 hours late. I was gonna be good. He's like, we're sold out of everything pretty much at that time.
Yeah, so that was a testament to like the customer base that we have or we've grown. we were able to sold out. I think we sold out in 2.5 hours. After you left, like we were looking at everything, and we're like, oh wow, like we're actually gonna sell out in this rain. And it was luckily for us, we've been very fortunate, and as long as we've been doing it, we've been building our clientele little by little, and it's to the point now where we've had how many consecutive sellouts? Like at least 5 consecutive.
I like that answer. I like that a lot. We're just walking.
Don't even worry about it, dude.
Yeah, no looking back. No, that's awesome. So we're talking about the rain, and I think back to my dad. My dad grew flowers for a long time, and so rain was always a big factor for him. It rains, it affects the crop. We lose the crop. We're not selling. We're not eating. So that leads to my next question: Is this your guys' full-time gig? Like, is it just Smokehouse? Is there still another job that you work on the side, or what does that look like for you guys?
So we only do this one day out of the month. So
Okay.
we do it for usually the first Saturday of the month, unless we have an event or something. We do caterings. We've done a couple of caterings. We've done a baby shower. We're actually set up to be doing a graduation party pretty soon.
Hey, nice.
And we've done several company lunches.
Okay.
So I still have a 9 to 5 job, Monday through Friday. I also would volunteer for the city for the crisis response team. So it's and then
Andy volunteers.
Yeah.
Let's go, Dave. Let's go.
I may not be as active as I used to be, but I still try to do it, as much as I can to give back to the city, obviously.
Yeah.
Or even to like my fellow people.
Right.
And then, obviously I'm married. So I have to, spend time with the wife. So it's something that we don't think that we're 100% there ready to go full time, but we're getting to the point where I have a goal in mind.
Okay.
And my goal is to, if I can do 4 sellouts in a row where in an hour or hour and a half, I sell out, then it's might be time where we go a little bit more closer to full time doing this.
Yeah. That's awesome. And I hope that you get there, man.
You're not far away, man.
Yeah.
You're not far away.
You already got 5 sellouts in the book. Maybe they're not an hour, but you got 5 sellouts. You're on the way.
Plus, look, don't take our word for it. I mean, even when David and I met you, and then I started looking into Warrior Smokehouse, you guys have rave reviews from independent other medium channels that are out there already tasting your food. So you've gotten some great responses out there from the community.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Eva, I want to go back to you. Like we were saying, we need to have our wives supporting us. We need to have that anchor. Obviously, the food's going to speak for itself, but the word has to get out there, and that's kind of how we interacted, right? Social media. What do you do on the back end to push the Warrior Smokehouse out there? What's kind of been your end of that of the business?
Well, I actually went to school for business. Okay. So I have that background.
Awesome.
So I take pictures, I do videos, I do when our next pop-up is gonna be. So, and I even on the day of our pop-up, I send text and to friends and family and to see if they're gonna come.
Okay.
And I just keep.
And are you running the Instagram page?
Yes, I'm running the Instagram
Okay,
page.
so you messaged us the day of the rainy day, and it's like, hey, get out here.
Yeah, I'm like, come over here and get some food.
That's awesome.
A combination between her and I.
Yeah. No, that's good. And honestly, so I remember that day very clearly because, so I run the Instagram page for our stuff, and
He does it all, by the way. He's modest.
So
Chief Marketing Officer. There's a reason for that title.
I remember we got invited to a couple things that day, and months in advance, and I'm like, yeah, we'll be there. And I just kept saying yes to things, and we're about 2 weeks out, and I remember messaging these guys. I was like, guys, I made a mistake.
I fucked up.
Yeah, I was like,
who can fill into here? Who can fill into there?
I done messed up, Rick Bobby. I booked us for several things, and so I was out in Orange County for Only Golfers event. Shout out Only Golfers.
The Only Golfers app.
Only Golfers app.
You don't have it? Check it out.
Go get it. Sergio graciously went down to I'm in San Diego, and Sergio and I crisscrossed. I came up to the OC. He went down to San Diego. Shout out to our producer, Mary. She was there as well, supporting and helping the brand.
We love you, Mary.
Love you, Mary. over at the dog leg event with We Are LA Golf. So it was like all this stuff going on. And I remember I was at the event and your message came through. And I was like, hey, we got this pop-up. If you're free, please roll through. And I was just like, I ended up seeing the message, I think like an hour or two later, because the golf course we were at had terrible service. Yeah. Great time, but just terrible service as far as like the connection. And I'm like, oh my God, like I wish I would have seen this earlier so I get it to Raul. Maybe Raul can get out there. Next thing I know, Raul's on the gram.
Well, you gotta I gotta thank David for that. David has my mobile number, so he's like, hey man, I think it was the night before. I was like, dude, perfect. The kids have a baseball game, softball game. I know what we're doing for dinner. So I was happy about that. And because of the weather being crazy, so we were pausing the games, starting the game. Pausing the game, starting the game. So I was like, I was dead tired. I was like, hell yeah, David's going to come in clutch tonight with those tacos. So it was a good time.
Heck yeah, dude. So, yeah, that was a cool day because that's kind of where the culmination of everything came together. The golf, the networking, the social media, all of that. So that was really cool.
Well, dude, you talk about networking. I missed Mr. Network himself, Nelson, talk about the turns. What I missed him by like a half an hour, maybe an hour. Yeah. He was out here, so Nelson, Tacos at the Turn, can attest how great these tacos are.
Yeah, I mean, he was here at the last pop up too, man, and it's crazy because like he was telling me that he was at a birthday party at Universal Studios. And he's like, dude, do I need to put a pre-order? And I'm like, honestly, I would put a pre-order just in case. And yeah, dicho y hecho, like he finished his thing and he rolled through and he picked up his tacos.
Heck yeah. Are you doing that now? You're taking pre-orders?
So I've always been...
good to know.
So we'll put it out there, right? So the reason why I do pre-orders is like, again, life is life. Yeah. You're going to have times where you have stuff you need to do. And if you want to like lock in dinner, then, call me up, hit me up, send me a message or message the page and tell us like, hey, I'd like to put, this on order. And what we do is like the way how I develop the system is pre-orders will take priority over my customers that come in. Mm-hmm. You're taking that time to message me ahead of time to place an order. So obviously if I have a customer in front of me, I'm going to take care of them. And then once I start seeing like my quantities are running low, then I literally will take care of all my pre-orders. Mm-hmm. Get their stuff situated, make sure I have enough for all of them. Once I'm done loading up all my pre-orders, then I continue taking care of my customers that are walking in. So a pre-order is kind of a way to guarantee you're getting food.
Awesome. So the next time we play Shoal, Vista Valencia, these are courses, we call in the morning, pre-order.
So I'm gonna give you a good one right here.
The morning is a different story because he has a secret weapon for the morning.
Here we go.
So one of the things that I created. So again, same thing with like I've always said. I like taking care of my people that follow me. Yeah. One day we had to. I actually happened to sell out on my brisket, and I actually had pre-orders for our breakfast burrito that I literally had to send. So this is gonna be a shout out to my team that I have that works with me. My good buddy Alex, who we call the runner, literally, took $100 out of our till and sent him, hey, go find me a brisket. I don't care what size you can find, but I need you to find me one. Yeah. At 8 p.m. on a Saturday.
Oh, dude.
Why? What?
That's tough.
Why?
You had to go all the way to LA to pick that up.
No, actually, we have... when you've been doing this long enough, you realize who's still open at that time and who has briskets.
You got your spots.
Yeah, we have my spots. So I tell them, hey, go to this spot, and they should have it. I don't care what size it is, just get it. And it's funny because that actually happened because we had an influx of customers, and I had pre-orders for what we call our breakfast burrito. And so, like, that came out of just a situation where we're like, one day I'm like, we had extra brisket. We had just a little bit enough to like maybe make a couple burritos. But then I was all like, okay, how can I make this better? So like my mind, like I'm pretty sure you guys have seen those pages, the food pages where they have like that brisket taco for breakfast burrito. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, let's make it ours. So what we do is we cook up eggs, we throw in our shallots, we add brisket, and now I'm gonna get you guys like really like what the fuck?
Talk to me, David. Talk to me, brother.
Talk to me, Goose.
Talk to me, Goose.
So we'll throw in.
Meanwhile, my stomach is still
our
grumbling right
jalapeno
here,
popper?
right now.
Oh, there it is.
Okay,
So we throw in the
we got
jalapeno.
brisket, jalapeno popper, shallots. Keep going.
El huevo- y forgot el huevito, el huevito.
Yeah.
And here's where we go crazy. We throw in pancake.
Oh, what?
Pancake.
But our pancakes are really sweet and buttery.
Oh,
So add that to the mixture and
butter.
My brother's behind camera, guys, and this kid is so excited. Look at him. Look at him.
Jaime, you all right over there, dude?
The silent CEO of the company.
The silent CEO.
So
The man
adding-
behind the man.
adding that pancake, that sweet buttery pancake, is that kind of like a like in replace of like a barbecue style flavor on it, or it's just
I
thrown in?
just decided to fucking let's throw it in there.
Just fuck it.
Fuck it, let's
Fuck
go.
it. I gotta try that.
And what it was is like it's funny because and then we throw everybody off because we pair it with our green salsa.
Oh,
So-
bro, that sounds amazing, dude.
So what came out of that? It's literally we call it the perfect bite. So because you're getting your sweet from the pancake,
Yeah.
the savory from the heavily buttered and maple syrup pancake. You're getting your saltiness a little bit from the shallots with the egg combination.
Right.
You get your brisket, which is now kind of like a chicharron consistency
Oh,
because we're cooking it with the eggs.
See, this is what I missed out on. I thought it was a regular style brisket, but now it's a chicharron style.
Yeah.
That makes a big difference.
And then you throw in the green spicy salsa onto it. Dude, you're getting and then I forgot also
Damn.
you get the crunchiness. So you're talking about textures.
Yeah.
So you get the softness of the pancake, then you get the crispiness of the bacon
Oh.
from the jalapeno popper, and then all our jalapeno poppers are filled with cream cheese and chorizo, with our seasoning flavor. That actually I'm not gonna say mine. I'm gonna say my wife because I'm gonna give where credit's due. Right? She's the one that makes the jalapeno poppers. I just help it look pretty. So we throw that all in there, and it literally was like the perfect bite. The first time we did it, we made it at home, and we're like, we looked at each other and we're like, "Dude, we got to get this out there. But like, how do we do that? Because we only have enough to make 3 of them. So what we did is like we picked 3 of our favorite customers or like long supporting customers, and we just went up to them like, "Hey, what are you doing?" They're like, "Nothing. We're just chilling." I'm like, "All right, cool. We're gonna be at your house in like 10 minutes."
Oh,
So we took what became our breakfast burrito. We hand delivered them to 3 of our most loyal customers, people that have supported us, and we told them, "I'm like, dude, whatever you want to do, go for it. Like you guys, if you guys want to load it up on Instagram, you guys want to throw it up on Facebook, whatever, just let us know what you think of it." And like we just left it at that. And like a couple hours later, I guess they finally tried it, right? We start getting blown up. Like everybody's just messaging us as like, "Hey, when can we get that?" Like, dude, your cousin just posted that. That thing looked good. And I'm like, "Oh, we're contemplating putting it on the menu." And honestly, that's how it became the breakfast burrito. And I know that you guys have had podcasts before because obviously, like, I'm a fan of you guys. I love what you guys do.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
thanks, man.
Golferos, and like I've talked to Ralph about it. It's like I jokingly like made a shirt like when I first started my golf journey, where like literally it's Los Golferos de Lake 18, and like me and my buddies like would wear it when we go play. And so like when I first saw bumped into you guys, your page, I was all like, damn, it's like finally like something that looks way better than what I ever thought of. I was like, dude, I gotta rep them, I gotta support them.
Thanks, man.
Thank you for the support and thank you for the rep, man. It was amazing that you placed an order, and I was like, "Hey, man, this address is right around the corner. I'm gonna go hand deliver to you." So it was awesome that I was able to text you. I'm like, "Hey, David, I got your order. You cool if I go hand deliver it to you?" It was probably one of the best decisions I made, honestly.
Boom. Dude, yeah, that I think that's really cool. And once again, I think that just speaks back to the social media thing and why we've enjoyed doing this so much is that I don't care. I mean, we have a business. We have a business to run. We love running it, but just the networking, meeting people. And I think that's really cool that you had that feeling of like, whoa, I see something out there that aligns with what I'm thinking of. And, you had a Golfero shirt that you made yourself. So that was really cool, man. That all like comes back together.
So that shirt was pre us?
Nah, hell no. It was way after you guys. Like, I didn't even know you guys existed.
Hector over here trying to get the cease and desist letter going on.
No. The reason I was saying because
Copyright infringement.
because we've actually ran into this where somebody say, "Hey, we started that ahead of you guys." It's like, "Oh, well, my bad," but but nothing bad. I was cease and desist.
No, that's
Hector's about to call the
Conversation's
lawyer
been
right
so
now.
beautiful.
It's like nosedive.
I was like, what's
Nah, but look, we've talked about the amazing food. Now talk to us about your golf journey and how this ties into the food, man. Because I know you and I were chatting the first time I came and dropped off the gear that you ordered. We're talking about a little bit about your golf journey, dude. So David, enlighten us. How does a chef go into the golf world? How did you get into it?
So, it's real funny because like I had a cousin of mine, Baldo. I'm gonna give him a shout out. He used
Shout out, Baldo.
Yeah, he used
Baldo.
to work. He used to work for Weddington Golf.
The wedding. Oh, dude.
Where's
I
that
know.
at?
Hold on. I'm sorry, guys, but we're going to have to. This is alcohol. I'm going to have to drop some for the homie. The wedding thing just shut down thanks to some private
true.
freaking school who decided they wanted to
I'm
have
not
a
wasting
parking
my
lot. Yeah, he's not going to waste alcohol. Hex is like, fuck that. But the wedding thing was an amazing shop. I apologize. Carry on, David.
Yeah, so he used to work there, and obviously, like he would load up videos of him hitting in the range. And one day I'm all like, dude, it's like, why don't you invite? And he's like, just come through. And I'm like, all right, fuck it, whatever. I rode through, hit a couple balls at the range, and I'm like, oh, like I never figured myself as a Latino like doing it because like a lot of the stuff that you guys have talked in the podcast before with previous guests.
Here you go, sir.
Gracias.
beer
And,
service? Beer service. Here we go. Thank you, Hex.
Straight to the chair.
You will never be dry. And I love Golferos podcast, by the way.
That's right, baby.
I mean, you guys should check out our videos the way we open, man. We do a Corona Familiar. It's got to be a Corona Familiar, man, because that's my drink.
Hey,
That's
there
your
you go.
drink?
That's my drink. So we always do a Corona Familiar to toast opening whenever we do our pop-ups. And then, like, if you guys have seen
Every pop-up?
every pop-up, we do it.
Oh shoot.
That's the equivalent of busting the champagne bottle
On the new ship, right?
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the thing that we just started doing, and it's like you get a little bit of mixture of everybody. Like you see everybody that's part of our group that helps us out and does it.
Yeah.
My dad's been a supporter in that one too a couple times.
Mijo, he's like, what time is the pop up? Hold up, let me get my beer.
Shout out to Dad Guerrero.
Yeah, but so like seeing him like post up and everything, so I started coming out. And that was like about 7 years ago. I remember, hitting balls at the range, and then it just like we actually played one round, and we stopped. Never did it again. And then just about a year ago in January, my cousin started posting up videos again that he's at the range, and I'm like, dude, what's up? Like, you're doing that shit again? He's all like, yeah, bro. Like I started doing it, and I'm like, well, let me know next time you go. So I went again, and I hit balls again at the range, and I just said, like, dude, it's like, this isn't bad. It's like, I'm actually, like, I was super stressed out. Went there, hit a couple balls, and I was like, oh shit. Like, I went home fucking feeling better.
Oh, okay.
Therapy.
Yeah.
Therapy.
We're gonna talk about,
We
guys.
have talked
Golf is
about this in the
therapy.
Golf is therapy.
So then, like, we kept going out. Like, I think in 1 week we went like 3 times. And so he's all like, well, when are we gonna play around? He's like, well, I don't have any on my gear. And he's all like, well, hit up Craigslist, man. I was like, there's always good deals. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, well, I don't even know what to get. So he's all like, well, give me give me $100 and I'll find something good for you. And like, he got me a starter set. And I just kept going. And like, the thing that I just kept going back to was like, you know what? Every time I go out and I hit a couple balls, it's like I come home feeling way better.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
stress
yeah.
relief.
And so from there, it just kept growing. And like, okay, like now I want to play courses. So like now we're going to courses. Now I'm like actively looking into the, diving into the deep hole fucking videos, Instagram. My whole feed is nothing but golf now.
Gee, I wouldn't know what that looks like.
Yeah, we wouldn't know what that means.
And
Our
so-
algorithm is so golf right now.
Oh, dude.
No. There's a combination. It's golf, alcohol,
Stogies.
guns, stogies. Oh, I'm sorry for anybody who's anti-guns, but We like guns.
And if your daughter accesses your
Disney.
YouTube,
And we get Disney
if
as
your
well.
daughter
And
accesses
Disney.
your YouTube, you have a whole bunch of kid stuff. And I was like, oh my, Karomi.
Bluey's not that bad.
So does Ava join you out on the golf course? Ava, you get out there?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
You have
So-
your own clubs and everything too?
I do have them, but I haven't swing yet.
Okay.
But
Oh, we gotta
I'm
get you out there, Eva.
I'm gonna get out there, but I do like to go on walks because
yes.
I enjoy the breeze, the sun, the little animals.
yeah.
So I enjoy.
That's what
it.
it's about,
nice.
enjoying the
Nature.
environment while you're there.
Yeah,
the
it's
nature.
nice. I
Yeah.
enjoy being,
The
out,
birds
being
are
outdoors.
singing.
So
That's good.
Alcohol sometimes.
Alcohol sometimes. My wife comes out with me and I've been trying to get her to swing clubs. She doesn't want to do it, but I get her out there. She
Lisa's
reads-
there for the alcohol.
She's
right,
there for,
Lisa?
She's there for the drinks
There
and
you
the
go.
books. She has her Kindle, so she starts reading.
Kindle and
okay,
booze.
good.
So yeah, no, I mean, and then you're spending time with David, right? So
Yeah.
you get out there. It's a great
It's
way
more
for
like
you guys to do your
kind
thing.
of like spending time together, maybe a date night. Or
Yeah,
a
thank
date
you.
day.
Nice way to
Babe, did you
put
hear
it,
that?
Eva.
Date night. Date night at the golf
Or
course.
date day.
Yeah.
Golf
Date,
date.
yeah, golf
Well,
date.
I was fortunate last weekend. I was able to take my wife out, and my Harley came along, and they had fun. It got a little windy, so it got a little, hard for them to not be bothered because they weren't moving around like us. But they enjoyed it, and
Yeah.
and I'm hoping that this continues, and I keep bringing them out. Hopefully, they'll have their own club soon, each one of them.
Yeah.
And one of the greatest things about actually having your wife go with you, it's like, yeah, she likes taking photography or like taking pictures. And I'm the type of person where it's like I like to be in the moment. I rarely ever take any pictures while I'm out golfing or even post anything. So it's like whenever I do post anything, it's very rare. And so like one of the things that I noticed was like she would take her camera with her and we'll be playing like Hanson Dam, like a back nine or even like the front nine, like late after work. So you're getting like the sundown or like the sunset.
The golden hour,
Yeah,
baby.
the golden hour, exactly. And like she's taking pictures, and I'm all like, damn, I would have never gotten like any of these pictures like if she wasn't there.
Yeah.
So it's like she said, it's like a great time for us just to get out of the house, do a little bit of exercise because it's you need to do it. You need to be out there. You need to do something at least to help keep you young while you still can.
No, we're fortunate because we got Mikey and Mary to do that for us, and then we just bum off their pictures.
Yeah.
Dude, I still don't get how you guys take so many pictures while I'm freaking golfing, man. I try to do it, and I'm like, if I'm lucky, if I get one or two. I don't know. You guys are passionate about mixing both of them, and you guys do a great job. So, Eva, great job if
Yeah.
you're able to do
Thank
all
you,
that
thank
stuff
you.
in a golf course.
Especially since I'm home 24/7 mostly because I work from home.
Yeah.
So it's nice to go out there and
Oh, I can agree with you on that one.
Same. Yeah, we all work from home,
get
right?
that little break from
I mean,
home.
Yeah, well, Hex, home is everywhere, wherever the road takes him.
Yeah,
So
he's in everywhere, man. Yeah.
So I'm remote as well. I work from home, but I do travel a lot. So
Yeah, it's on roll. Sorry, go ahead.
So David, first time I met David, first thing we talked about was definitely golf. But he looked down at my feet and he's like, Travis Scott Air Jordan 1s. And then all of a sudden down the rabbit hole of shoes. And David, I saw you post that you made. I mean, first of all, show what you're wearing for any
Yeah,
of
let's
the
show the
YouTube
kicks.
fans that are wearing. And if you're part of the Nike SB community, if you're of that
Mary,
era,
can you get in here with the camera? Maybe snap some shots of this that we
he
can
is
throw in
wearing
later
some
into the pod.
Diamond Supplied Company Nike SB collaborations, the infamous Tiffany Dunks, and he said, like, you know what? What about creating some Tiffany Jordans for the golf course? So show those puppies off, David, because I saw you work on those. And I was like, my man, you're putting them on the golf course. So talk to us about your shoe passion that you have.
So obviously, like, big sneakerhead. So is my wife. We actually own various pairs where we could actually match. And Ralph's actually showing up the Tiffany golf version Dunks.
Jordan ones, baby. Jordan ones.
So the craziest part about it is this shoe was actually all black when you first started. My favorite colorway is Tiffany colorway, no matter what.
I had a feeling you were gonna wear them, so that's why I didn't wear mine. I was like, all right, let me throw something off a little bit. Let me go into the archives because I knew you were gonna wear those today.
I mean, if
I'm
you
just
would have
glad I
worn
wore
your
Jordans.
Tiffany's, I probably would have worn one of the other ones that I have. So, the only one I'm missing from the collection actually is going to be the canary
the
yellow.
Canaries.
Yeah,
I
the
might
reason-
know a guy, but I don't know if you want to spend that much money, dude.
and that's the reason why I don't have them because I don't
Let's
want
wait
to
till
spend
Eva's off
20K.
podcast, maybe back in the house.
Guys, please buy more at the pop-up. So when David's getting them, he might be able to drop the. I think the Canaries are going for like around 10 G's now.
Yeah, just about 10, 15,
Yep.
especially in my size because I wear a size 12. But
Hey,
Yeah.
Dave. So you did this. You customized this one.
yeah, so when those shoes first came out, they're literally all black. Everything is black in that shoe, and what I did was obviously that silver paint on the Nike swoosh, and then the Tiffany colorway.
And you did a great job. I mean, this looks flawless.
That is a beautiful custom
Yeah, it
job
looks
you did with
flawless.
that,
I
man.
mean,
I mean, it's the first time I ever did anything or attempted to do anything. So, like, obviously, I'm a
I'm gonna send you
perfectionist.
my shoes.
Like, I'm a perfectionist, so it's like obviously there's a couple flaws with that I've noticed and I've seen, but other than that, I'm all like, well, you know, that's something that we both like. And it's funny because like when I first met my wife, she actually hated the Tiffany colorway, and little by little, it's been it's growing on you.
I was trying to convince my wife if I can wear them for our wedding, but I mean, like the Tiffany colorway, is something that's near and dear to my heart. That's still one of my favorite Nike SB Dunks.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna forward you a picture.
You wore them for your wedding.
I wore the black ones.
Okay.
See that one's a little bit more cognito. Yeah, I could see that wearing with your tux.
Yeah.
I got married in a time before the second revision of them, so those were the ones I had in hand. And my wife's like, "Yeah, that ain't happening."
Actually, again, I love my wife. I love everything that she does for our business and for myself. Like, she's very supportive. But when we were talking about wedding, we actually like what are going to be our colors. And like for her, she's always been a big emerald green fan. And I said, okay, like what's a good color to complement it? And I'm like, here I am, fucking, you know, Tiffany, like Tiffany blue. And yeah, those were our colors. So I'm like, okay, obviously I'm not gonna wear the Tiffany colorway because it's you know, again, when you at a wedding night, it's about the wife. Most of the shine should be on the wife, and I was like, I don't want to take away from that.
Yeah.
For all the guys that have fiancés right now, just let your future wife do whatever the hell she wants to get out of the way. You want to have a happy life.
This is
Just
something
step
for the
away.
wives.
So luckily for me, like the black SV that Tiffany colorway that they do, it's like very small accents that, you know, let you know it's a Tiffany
Yeah,
colorway.
it's more of a highlight.
Yeah,
than
more of
anything
a
with it.
highlight. And then so like I presented it to her and she's like, well, look, I want to be comfortable. I want to be able to, you know, enjoy our time, be able to walk around, greet our guests, dance and everything. And I said the black ones are like perfect, and it's like it doesn't take so much of it. And because she's also a sneakerhead, she's like, oh, cool. I'm glad you brought this up because like I wanted to wear this shoe.
Hey, there we go.
Well, for those of you who are on YouTube, you can see Eva rocking one of the OG classics, Nike Cortez, black and white leather. Still an OG, especially in Southern California.
Oh,
You got the high socks to match? Eva?
Yeah.
Sock check!
Sock check.
Fool's gone wild. Listen to this guy doing a sock check.
Sock check on a podcast, bro.
Wow. Bro, I'm wearing the no-shows. Don't do that shit, bro.
The higher, I know, me too, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
same
wearing the
here.
mosquito
Same
dunks
here.
and no-shows, bro. What's up, man?
Bro, the higher the sock, the downer the fool. Come on, bro.
You're gonna rock some Cortez. They better be high.
Oh, dude, not only is she wearing high socks, she's wearing the matchy black and white Nike socks to match, dude. Come on.
And she got the socks out, so you know that.
babe. No,
She
you
about
gotta
to
put it
cut
on
you,
camera. What kind of era you're in? Show off the shirt, babe.
In her golf senora era.
Golf senora.
dude.
Yep.
In her golf
All right,
senora
so
era. I like that.
where did we grab that from, Eva?
I made it myself.
Because she's a businesswoman.
I made it myself.
She's a strong, independent woman. And she's like, I made it myself.
I made it myself.
Beautiful shirt.
You gotta start marketing that. That'll sell. That guy's legs.
Look forward for the Eva from Warrior Smokehouse Los Golferos collaboration
How
coming
about
soon.
say, can this be a Golferos Warrior Smokehouse
I mean, we
collaboration?
could definitely make it happen, man.
All right, there we go, guys. Our next collab. There we go. I like it.
But again, like always tying into everything. And now it's funny because like even for me, golf has just been it's a great resource for myself, just because like when I'm having a tough week at work, it's like, babe, I gotta go play golf. And she's like, all right, where you want to go? And we were always doing that. And there was a little time, even Raul, like we've had this conversation before, where it just got pretty dark for my end. Of all things, I ended up almost tearing my MCL on the golf course. Pa acabar la chingar, right?
Yeah.
And to make things even worse, it was like on my actual birthday.
Was your birthday round?
That one
Yeah,
we
my
didn't
birthday
talk
round.
about. It was your birthday round, dude.
Dang, bro.
Yeah. So I've always had a tradition, and I've had this tradition for like the past 22 years where I don't work on my birthday.
Yeah.
And so like now that I started doing the golf journey and I enjoy it, I love going out there and I like trying to improve. I said like, hey, like let's go play Vista. And she's like, all right, let's go. So I've almost, and you know the
Ava just
she's
laughs.
laughing
She just
because,
laughs.
no, there's a story.
Larry,
There's a
I want to hear this story.
So here I am lining up on the third hole on Vista. I tee off, right?
Okay.
And I'm trying to connect to my Bluetooth speaker because, like, I obviously, dude, I gotta hear music. I have to have music.
We always
in the
gotta have
background.
music in the
Yeah.
golf course.
So here I am, fucking fumbling, trying to connect to my Bluetooth, you know, my little speaker that's on the golf cart. And I take a walk, and of course, I'm wearing. Obviously, I love Jordan, so I'm always gonna be wearing a Jordan. And I was actually wearing a Jordan 4 Oreo golfs or Oreos that I just added spikes to it, and lo and behold, I step in a patchy area of nothing but fucking mud. Foot slides out from underneath me.
Oh, God.
Fucking, I ended up hyperextending my knee, and I'm covered in mud.
Yeah, and for anybody that's in the know, Vista Valencia, that's an up and down hole because it's kind of an angle.
Yeah.
It's a par 3, but it has a little bit of an angle. So
And there's a creek down the middle
yeah,
of
and
it.
there's that little bed
You're always
creek.
in that
Yep.
creek, huh, Hex?
Oh, whoa, damn! You gotta
Shots
throw
fired,
shade
shots
like
fired.
that.
I love you, Hex. I'm sorry.
For anybody who knows Vista Valencia, that is some low down dirty shame right there, dude.
It's all good.
I had to do it. I'm sorry.
Wow.
So here I am, I like freaking falling down. I'm hyperextending my left knee, and like I get up, like trying to regain my balance. My wife is just trying to keep the laughter in, like everybody else.
Of
would.
course, the wife.
No,
would
it
like
gets
it.
worse, bro. It gets
Of
worse.
course.
So here I am, like whatever. I get up, like dust myself up, and I tell her like, "Hey, like, can you like just help me clean myself up? Like, get the mud off." And her being the trooper that she was, she's like, "Oh, you're good." So like, she knew
Rub dirt on
better.
it. Don't worry about it, dude.
She knew better than to tell me like, "Hey, you're covered in mud, and there's nothing you could do." So here I am. We finished playing the round. Like I never thought anything about my knee because I was actually wearing a knee brace just as protection. And like I finished the round. We get to the house, and I'm like taking off my shirt, like just undressing just to get comfortable. And I'm like, I see myself covered in mud, and I'm like, really, babe? You could have told me I was covered in mud. It's just like, nah, I'm not gonna fuck it up for you. So here
That's
I
a
am.
great wife right there.
Yeah.
She knew the move. She was like,
knew.
"Oh, just keep it going. Just keep it going."
Yeah, so I was like, I'm all like, really? I played the course, and like, of course, she had her camera with me, so she was taking pictures, and she started showing me some of the pictures. I'm like, really? You let me play like that? I'm all like, fuck. And she like, the true camper, tell me what you told me.
I was like, I couldn't do anything. I mean, I can take your like clothes off and like do it on the river, watch it on the river.
Island
What?
green.
On the island,
Why don't you have
watching it,
plenty
and,
of
like, I
water
couldn't
on
do that.
fucking 17? Don't worry about it.
Hey, bro, take it back to Mexico. Está in el río.
Just jump in. Don't worry about it.
So like, I finished the round, and then yeah, lo and behold, I take off my knee brace, and my knee just swelled up. The following day, like I was just like I couldn't even go to work, and then like luckily, and this is gonna be a big shout out for somebody that I've been working with, Dr. Cynthia, chiropractor, one of her best friends, and she actually officiated her wedding.
Shout out Dr. Cynthia.
Yeah, shout
Shout
out to
out.
her. Like,
I'm gonna
We
that
might need her
bro.
number.
Yeah, let's get that.
We'll definitely we're gonna put her on.
Yeah.
So like working, like I went to her and I told her, I'm like, dude, can you just look at my knee? I know I fucked it up. I did something to it. And she's all like, yeah, you borderline probably tore your MCL. And I'm all like, really? I'm all like, great. So I schedule, go to the doctors, and they're like, no, well, you didn't tear it completely, but you definitely sprained it. So it's like, all right, you got to stay off of it. So like that affected me so much because like for 2 months I couldn't play golf, and I was like, dude, what am I gonna do? Like, luckily for me, like I have a lot of hobbies, but what else can I do? Just focus on like everything else, like focus on our cooking and like just spending time and just trying to rehab my knee. And finally, like my knee gets healed, it gets better, and I'm like, all right, cool. Like I can finally go play golf again. What do I do?
What else are we gonna do?
Again,
I just hear my parents, hazlo otra vez. Go.
Go even yourself out. Do the other one. Get the other knee.
right?
Hey man, you got to do it.
Yeah.
I played 2 rounds actually. I was able to get 2 rounds in, and the next thing you know, dislocate my left shoulder.
Bro.
It's not one thing;
That's
it's the
tough,
other.
man.
right?
I mean, I could relate to you because these guys have seen me play through pain because I have back issues. And then it just so happened on Sergio's birthday, we were all together. We were at Sand Canyon and we were playing. And in the back nine around, I'll say it was like the 11th hole, something popped under the plant of my foot, on my lead foot. So now it's hard for me to swing.
That's right.
So it gets to like the 15th, 16th hole, and I'm powering through it, and I'm like, you know
Well,
what?
you're also drinking through it, bro.
I was drinking through it, so a lot of the pain was.
There was a lot of beers in there. There was some
was a lot.
schwabbies going on.
There was a lot of schwabbies. There was
some
an
juice,
empty bottle.
There was some juice, yeah. It was a lot, but anyways, so yeah, a lot of people, for those of the people that are looking at or watching us and don't golf. Golf is not an easy sport, especially when you get into our age.
Hell, no.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
You run into these situations where you play with it, and what I did there, I quit pretty much at the 16th hole. I think I'm done. I'm just gonna watch you guys play, and I'm gonna make fun of you guys and enjoy my beer and elevate my foot.
Put some ice on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that happened to me. I dislocated my shoulder, and like again, same thing. Dr. Cynthia, like took a couple adjustments just to put it back in, and like I don't know if you guys ever had a dislocated shoulder. Or okay, so you know that moment when it gets put back into place and you hear that pop,
And you feel the vibration for an hour or two later.
You're
You're having flashbacks over here, bro.
You're talking to 2 former football players over here. We're like, just
Trust me,
knees,
that vibration
shoulders.
stays there for like 2 hours. Probably the weekend, it's still there. I've had it twice, so I know what you're talking about. It hurts.
oh
It
yeah,
sucks.
like it's like you never realize how much that like takes you out of the game. And working with her, with Dr. Cynthia, like she helped me out a lot. And it's funny because like obviously we have a close-knit relationship with her because obviously she's my wife's best friend, and like we've always been with them and hanging out with them. It's to the point where like she's actually gone to like golf, it was like a golf seminar where like how the chiropractic people can actually help or help us out.
We need to get Dr.
Yeah,
Cynthia's number.
Dr. Cynthia,
Dr.
we're
Cynthia,
coming
we
to you
definitely need
for a lot of help. Maybe we'll invite you to the podcast.
Yes, we actually let's
that
get
wouldn't be a bad idea. That would
you guys
be
want to get a
great.
chiropractor on here? Yeah,
Yes.
let's do a chiropractor.
Look, guys, you guys are
Yeah,
going to
we'll
need
make
it
that
sooner or
happen.
later, for
Like
sure.
no lie, it's like even for us, it's like I look forward to our Tuesday afternoon appointment that we have. It's like and it's always funny because like we're always like I actually have a tournament that I'm going to be playing June 3rd, and like I have specifically a chiropractic appointment set up before and after.
That's a smart move. Dude.
That's-
Before
that's-
and after.
That's the move.
Smart.
So, where's Dr. Cynthia located?
Yeah, let's give her a big shout out. Where's she located? She have an office
So
here?
Is she out here in the valley?
Her office is in Glendale.
In Glendale?
Glendale.
Okay, cool.
my friend.
All right, we're gonna. Does she have a social media page? Is she on
Yes, she
Instagram?
does.
Okay, so we're gonna follow
I
her.
handle that too.
We're gonna
Girl, what
tag
don't you
Dr.
do?
Cynthia.
Yeah, I
What
do a
don't you
little
do?
bit of everything.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get
She's
that
a
out here.
fitness woman, dude. Come on, she knows she has everything.
Business.
Business.
Yeah, so we'll get that. We'll share it on our page because we all need it. I started seeing a chiropractor within the last year, so definitely need to see her. So guys, like we mentioned, the wives are behind the camera. We have our families here today, and they're getting hungry because Chef David and Eva have some amazing food over here off to the side, and we need to start tasting all that because you got us hungry. So I think we're gonna go ahead and ask two more questions here, kind of some rapid fire ones, and then Raul and Hex, if you have anything. But my first question here is, David, what is your favorite golf course in the Valley? Where do you like to go to? What's your go-to spot?
818 guys, listen to this.
Yep.
And Eva.
And Eva, yes. I'm sorry. And Eva, yes.
So, favorite course, like I have to pay homage to Weddington. I learned the sport there.
Mm-hmm.
I got my first birdie, got my second birdie, my first back-to-back birdie.
Oh, dang.
And so it was just like it was a course that I could easily go after work, and it's always going to be near and dear in my heart.
Yeah.
As far as the 18 course goes, hands down, I can't go wrong. It's literally less than a mile away from me.
That's a great course. I like playing hands down when I come out here.
Amsterdam will give and take away from you. That's a beautiful thing about that one. It is very playable, and on that back nine, it's gonna give you a little bit of a test.
Yeah, for sure. Ava, how about you?
Recently, we checked out the course in Venice.
Man, is that the part three?
The part three?
The
Yeah.
part three.
Okay. Yeah.
So I like that one so far
Okay.
for me.
Cool. My next question for you guys is, so we talked about music. You said you were trying to get the Bluetooth speaker going before the knee injury, unfortunately. What's your go-to either artist or style of music that you like to listen to when you're out on the course?
That's a tough one, man, because I listen to everything. Lately, I've been on a big EDM fix, so like for me,
Hey, there we go.
even I would say probably Tiesto the Boom song. It's like something about it.
Big Tiesto fan right here, man.
I go way back before when he
Yeah.
was even Tiesto, DJ the Joker back in the day. If
Oh,
you guys
dang.
didn't know, he was a hardcore DJ. So
Yeah.
I'm into hardcore. So
But like my
Shout out.
musical aspect is anything, man. Like you gotta do your corridos, you gotta do your banda,
huevo.
Yep.
and then I'll throw you off and just straight out say fucking Metallica, fucking Enter
Of
Sandman.
course.
Oh well, dude, you
Yeah.
gotta tell us like we listen to some stuff that scares people at the golf course. Sergio, we miss
Shout out
you.
Serge, bro.
Something about Berzik on the golf course is always interesting.
Yeah. Ava, how about you? What kind of music do you like to listen to out there?
Banda, cumbias, a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Okay.
a little bit of
Good. Yeah.
everything.
You kind of get everything moving,
Yeah.
and I like that. Right on. Well, awesome. Up next, I want to give them a moment to kind of shout out the address, the pop-ups, things like that. But Hex, Raul, anything else you guys want to ask before we wind down here?
Hector, go for it, man, because I have a couple quick lightning round questions
All right,
for
so-
David and Eva.
So I'm gonna ask about alcohol.
Shocking,
Of course.
So you mentioned that Corona Premier is your go-to when you
No, familiar.
Familiar.
Don't give me
Familiar.
that light shit in the fucking skinny can.
Don't get it twisted.
Sorry.
We're not drinking water here.
Familiar.
Hey.
So
Give him one.
And that's what I meant to say. Sorry. Corona Familiar is the one. Obviously, it's a darker amber. Is that your go-to when you golf as well, or do you have others that you like to have when you're golfing, or do you just like to mix it up?
It's gonna be La Cheve soon.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
what I gotta
We're
try, bro.
gonna get him.
We
Yeah,
gotta
we're gonna
get- we
get-
gotta
yeah.
get some of that.
He wants to
Yeah.
cook with you. So
We're trying to figure out how to
Ooh.
get that
Yeah,
stuff shipped out. But yeah.
Yeah. So for me, Corona Familiar is what I've done. One of the things that I actually did like or enjoy, even though like if I don't want to have like a heavy drinking day, Modelo came out with refreshers, and something about the limon one that they have,
Yeah.
it's just very refreshing, especially on Southern California can get hot. The last thing you want to do is fucking drink beer and get even more hot.
Yeah, no, that's
So
true.
you want to go on the refreshing side of
Yeah.
flavor. Even for then, like even if I'm not golfing, I actually created a drink that based on Corona Familiar.
Oh, we got to hear this one.
I call it we call it the Night Especial. I've had a nickname growing up called Knight. Big fan of like King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table. So it's one of the nicknames that I put on myself and a couple of friends. I have like close friends that just say Chef Knight, and this you can see it on my actual.
Okay, yeah, we got it there.
I
Chef
have
Knight.
it. It was a gift from my wife. The chef coat. But is what I do is your Corona Familiar, and what I do is I add an ounce of triple sec, an ounce of sweet and sour, an ounce of lime juice, and then you fill it up with a cold Corona Familiar, and then it tastes like a lemonade.
Ooh.
And it's refreshing on a hot day. And it's been one of my favorite things to drink.
Gotta
Sounds
try that out.
interesting.
Yeah, gotta try it out.
We're learning so much. This is what I love about the podcast. We learn so much from people. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
But
sorry.
But like you said, like I'll drink anything, man. Like the Modelo cheladas that they have, the pre-mixed ones, like the piña and the tamarindo one are real good.
How about spirits? What kind of spirits you like?
I'm a tequila man.
Yeah,
So, así se habla.
that's good.
I mean,
Yeah.
We're here drinking
we're over
tequila,
here
so-
drinking ranch waters.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for me, I'm like bougie the tequila guy. So
Careful,
All right. There you go. So now you brought it up. Sorry,
Take it easy.
it turned into another question. Sorry, Raul.
No, we knew that. That's what I said. Like,
When you-
careful when you
We're
bring
going
that
down
up.
the alcohol rabbit hole.
So when you say bougie, I mean I'm assuming you're talking about the añejos,
Yeah.
the double añejos. What's your go-to añejo?
So lately, I've been fixed on the 1942 Primavera. Making that into a Paloma, it just hits so much different.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's what I've been. And my latest fix has been 1942 Don Julio, and I'm all like, obviously, you hear everything about like the preservatives and all that other shit that gets added onto it, but like honestly, it's like on a day after
Listen, man,
work.
your water from the tap has preservatives. Don't listen to this shit. If it's good, it's good. It's
You
what
like
is.
it, you like it.
It is. I
Yeah.
mean,
Drink what
yeah.
you like, bro. Drink what you
But
like.
if I could recommend some to you,
What's
I
up?
could. I mean, sticking with preservatives, we got Jose Cuervo Reserva de la Familia. That's a very good one.
That's a good one.
You have Los Azulejos. That's another one I would recommend. Añejo. I'm not going into,
Azulejos?
yeah, Los Azulejos is. And then Asombroso is also good.
Lágrimas de la Llorona. No preservatives.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Dude, talk about the old school bottle, man. You don't even find that
You can't
Asombroso
find it
bottle
no more.
man.
No, yeah.
And for those that
Well-
don't know, what does it reference or what does it look like the bottle?
Looks like a butt plug. Or it looked. It doesn't look like that anymore.
X would be the one that had to answer that.
Of course. I had well,
butt plug.
I mean, I'm not. I had like 6 bottles, different kinds.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
but everybody used to be like, everybody would come to the house and look at the bar and be like, "Hey, why do you have butt plugs up there?"
Should have told him it's a math award, dude.
Oh, God.
I'm like, "No, bro, it's a bottle." But they changed it. They no longer have that tip anymore, so it doesn't look like that anymore.
Just the tip, right?
They just took the tip off. Now it looks like a genie bottle. All right, bro.
Ava's got to answer.
Ava,
Ava's
gotta
gotta
answer that one, Ava.
Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, I actually got to repeat the question. I think.
So
Sorry.
when you go golfing, what is it that what is your go-to beer that you like? And then I guess the second part of the question is, what kind of spirits do you like?
I don't drink beer anymore. I drink water because it's healthier. No, but I
Yep.
do like I mean those the modelos aguas frescas.
Okay.
The refreshers, those are good. And spirits, whiskey. I love whiskey.
Whiskey. She's a whiskey
Whiskey
gal.
girl.
What kind of whiskey?
Jameson.
Jameson. So Irish.
Yeah.
You got the Irish.
Jameson.
Nice.
Right on. Right on.
Nice. So you guys already heard me. For any of you that are on the YouTube channel, David, again, show them Tiffany Dunks.
Got to show them off.
So he has the golf ones, and he's wearing the Nike SB, the OGs on his feet as well. As you can see for anybody on the YouTube, I'm wearing the Nike SB Mosquito Dunks, a little bit out of the archive. So I'm going to bring this over to you. Outside of the Nike SB Tiffany Dunks, what's that holy grail in your closet, man? Not that you're going to go out and buy, but like what's the one that you hold near and dear to your heart? You might wear it, you might not wear it, David.
I don't do that, bro. I wear everything I buy.
Love that response. So which one is it, man? Which is the one that holds the nearest, dearest place in your heart as far as kicks outside of the Nike SB?
Which one's the one you're babying the most?
I don't baby them, bro.
None.
I don't baby
You
them
rock
at
'em all
all.
even.
I
You
rock
love 'em
'em
all.
all.
Which is the one that brings you pride? Like, all right, I'm breaking these suckers out because of special
No
occasion.
load management, bro. It's the love of
No
the
load
game. It's the love of the game, bro.
So if they
The
were your
anti-clipper way?
kids,
Yeah.
which one's your favorite kid? Is what we're asking.
It has to be the one that I'm pretty much getting close to retire. And they're my beaters. I mean, I wear them to work. I do freaking yard work with them, and it's gonna be the Black Cat 6s. It's one of the most comfortable shoes I've ever owned.
So sixes have a special place in my heart. It's my favorite Jordan. Yes, I know people are gonna be like, "What the fuck did he just say?" Sixes are one of my favorite. The Carmine 6 is my favorite Jordan of all time, even over the 11s. Yes, I love the 11s, but Jordan 6 Carmine. So you just hit me in the right spot with the Jordan 6. Eva, I know you, before we even started the podcast, you're like, dude, I had kick game before David. So
No,
talk to me. Which is the one that holds a special place in your heart?
I don't have that pair yet, but it's
David?
I'm not good with names. With the red and white, the Michael Jordan ones.
Oh. So she's talking about the Chicago ones.
Oh,
Chicago ones are classics.
Christmas, birthday. David, you got the list. You got
I
That's
want
a
that
good pair to
pair.
always have.
Yeah.
I've always wanted that pair, but I can.
Oh, so it's not a pair. That's what you. That's
what I want.
That's your dream
that's
pair right
the
now. That's
shoe
next on the
that I
list. Okay.
You know.
And last one to keep it out there. I mean, we love that you're a supporter of the brand, but as you know, Eva making her own gear, which is freaking amazing. Look, there's other brands out there. Which is one of the brands that you both? We'll start with David, or we'll start with Eva because she has the
got the mic.
microphone.
Yeah.
What's one of those brands? Have you gotten into anything into golf now that David's got on this journey? Is there a brand you're like, oh, I like what they're doing? Is there anything you like out there?
Not yet. Yeah, not yet.
Good
I have
answer.
to,
Yeah.
You know,
I like
not
this.
yet.
Yeah. You're still
Except
looking
the
out there.
Golferos.
Yeah.
Except for Los
It
Golferos.
says you guys, but I love you guys' work and your brand.
Thank you, Eva.
Thank
You
you.
know, hopefully a collaboration soon.
We definitely will. That's a big initiative of ours for this year. Is that, you know, like we always shout out our wives and the women in our lives. So we definitely need to make that initiative to help more Latina golfers get out there. And I love that you're on the pod today because, like I said, we shout out our wives, and now you're in front of the camera. You're on the mic with David. So I think that's a beautiful thing. So we definitely will collaborate and we'll make something happen.
Sounds good.
So, David, it sounds like you've been around the shoe game. You've seen the hype. You've seen it go up, down, all around, and now we're kind of seeing a little bit of that in the golf game as well. Is there any brand out there that kind of like kind of interested in what they're doing in the golf space? Is there anything out there for you right now?
Well, for me, so there's a couple of brands that I've always been supportive of or supporting. Vice Golf is one of the ones that I've always been a big fan of, and I kind of wish they would bring more of like what TaylorMade has been doing with the releases of like the special edition golf balls. Like Vice was real big about doing that.
That would be interesting because when they put out that drip golf ball, which I know
I play that a lot.
you play the drip golf ball. My kid Ian plays the drip golf ball. They had some pretty interesting concepts. I like that you just brought that up. I wish they would probably do some more stuff.
And it's funny you actually say that because like I don't know if like obviously you guys are golfers, so you guys have done this, but like one of the biggest things that I've done is like obviously I started this golf journey, so I always want to highlight some of the stuff that I've done in my journey. And I actually do have a little collection of Vice golf balls, like their limited editions that they have, and included in there is some of the stuff that I've been able to do like in my golf journey. So I do have like, you know, celebrating the small wins, obviously. So it's like I got my first par ball that I ever hit my first par with, my first birdie, like the best rounds I've played at different courses. And even I have that collection. I actually kind of like build my own little
Display.
display. And I'll show you guys later on, obviously off the camera, if you guys want to take a still and show it up on the YouTube.
You guys will see it on YouTube and on Instagram.
Yep.
But Vice Golf is a big thing that I've always been a supporter of. I love like the drips, colorways. I actually like last year's for the US Open. I think that was at the LA Country Club.
Yeah.
They brought out a drip ball. It's like a solid blue with drip colorway, and that actually had like roach coaches. So like you have
I didn't even see that. I didn't see that, man.
You have your food trucks on there, and like I fucking
wild.
love that colorway.
That goes hard, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta look for that now.
I need to Google that.
I got a couple extra dozen balls, bro.
Oh shit. Okay. Let's see.
But like Vice Golf, Team Titleist, I have a lot of Titleist clubs that I've been rocking. But like for me, the streetwear, when you get like the dope kicks, like Travis Scott's Jordan 1s, the golf shoes, specific golf shoe, like even I own that pair and I rock it, and it's been the number one pair that I've been wearing ever since I got them, until I did my Tiffany's, which now the Tiffany's has taken over. But just seeing more of that brand out there, like having more people coming out and entering the space. Like for us, like yeah, we're big Jordan, Nike, but one of the most comfortable shoes that we've ever owned were Adidas Pro Fair, which are no longer made, which are very sad. But those were the initiators of what started out like the Ultra Boost series. That you get your Kanye, your Yeezys. And those were some of the most comfortable shoes that we could ever wear. And like, I mean, we literally run them down to like there was nothing left on them. My wife still has a couple of pairs, but like for me, it's like I have to buy secondhand off market now.
Dude, you bring up two brands right there, Vice and Adidas, and I'm still honestly bitter of the very limited release of the Ultra Boost Vice Adidas golf shoes. That should have been a major regular release. Like, look, they should have had the limited edition colorways. I'm totally fine with that. But that shoe, the way that Vice worked on a standard Ultra Boost golf shoe and the way they did it, I think that was a missed opportunity on Adidas, man. They could have totally killed it with that. Because Ultra Boost, like, I'm a Nike head. I was essentially raised a Nike head. But Adidas has some hidden gems out there. And the Ultra Boost, without a freaking doubt, has been one of their biggest hits.
Not only that, but then they came out with that what is it, the Stan Smith version of that lime green with the to match the Vice Pro Ball.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. But dude, the topography, like the way they had
topography.
Yeah, no, well, dude, I don't know if you got into this, but essentially the Vice Ultra Boost golf shoe was the way a golf green looks like. So the ups and down topography on it. The design was beautiful.
Yeah, it's a great looking shoe.
It is a beautiful golf shoe, but it was just such a random limited release, and they didn't do anything with it.
I mean, you can still find them on Craigslist every here once in a while, man, and they're actually not going for too bad. So it's like I might just pick one of those up.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you, but that was something Adidas could have really conquered, because they were really using their current technology, great collaboration with Vice. I think it was a missed opportunity. They could have done a whole lot more than what they did.
You know what? I said that I actually have had this conversation with my wife about it. I'm like, dude, it's like Vice has. I love Vice. I'm still gonna rock Vice. I wear, I'm playing with Vice balls, and I'm always rocking a Vice golf club. And it's frustrating because it's like you look at TaylorMade and you look at everybody else, even Callaway now, with all the limited releases, that they keep coming out with, and then like you're looking at Vice, and I'm like, dude, what happened? It's like, come on, guys, let's release something that's different. Like, you guys were doing so great, and like we've been missing that for like the past year.
Shout out Vice. We're gonna tag you on this, guys. Listen to this.
Well, but remember, dude, we also support Odin Golf.
Shout out Odin. Yes.
Shout out Odin and the team.
We're T minus 3 months away from the shindig. That's gonna be.
Dom, Derek, we're looking forward to Minneapolis.
Oh yeah.
But no, dude, that's freaking awesome that you bring some of that stuff, because look, you also, here's the one thing I loved about your response. You didn't go into the hype beast type of thing where it's like, Malbon Golf. No disrespect to Malbon Golf. I love their stuff. But you went more into the archives. You started talking about Vice. You started talking about some of the things that a lot of people might not necessarily recognize in the Adidas shoes.
Yeah.
So I love that, especially because you and I kind of share a common, love for streetwear and things of that nature. And you didn't really go for the easy grab, which would have been Malbon Golf. Again, no shade to Malbon Golf. I love some of the stuff they do, but that has become like kind of the easy, streetwear meets golf type of thing that's going on right now.
I feel like they've almost become the Nike in that sense, where like people are like, oh, what you're into kicks and stuff. What are you gonna go to? Nike. Which I'm the same. I grew up on Nike. I love Nike, but yeah, I think that's kind of the parallel. If I were to give it one.
That's an interesting take, man. Look at how much shade Dustin is getting for the stuff he wore at the Masters.
Oh, Justin, yeah.
Justin, sorry, I say Dustin.
I was like, what did DJ do?
Nope.
No, the tequila's kicking in.
The tequila's definitely kicking in, but Justin Day, and like, look, he's getting a lot of hate this weekend for the stuff he's wearing.
That's true, dude. I wasn't even watching this weekend, and then I just see stuff about him, so it's just like, yeah. But anyways, we could go down the rabbit hole.
I have to give a shout out to, like, I gotta shout you guys out, man, for like Latino based brand, Los Golferos, what you guys are doing. It's just like everybody has said, and even Lalo with Nueve Golf.
Shout out Lalo.
With his piteado, like the way he calls it exactly, the piteado belt.
I got it on.
And it's like, dude, just like being able to see brands like that I can relate to, that makes me be proud to be a Latino.
Yup.
And like big ups to you guys for what you guys do, and I just wish you guys made shirts for like us bigger guys.
We're working on that. We got you. Yeah.
But like big shout out to you guys and representing us and giving us something to wear or make us feel more like our personality out on the golf course.
Thank you for that, David. That means a lot to us.
Yeah. No, that means a lot, and it, in a way, kind of validates what we've been doing for the past few years. It feels good, and it's not that we seek that validation, but it does feel good. So thank you. So we're going to go ahead and wind it down, guys, because like I said, we have wives, families behind the camera, and we've been talking about all this food.
They're trying to eat.
It's been staring at us over there. We need to go get to it.
They're clapping now. They're rooting.
Yeah, we see the daggers heading towards us. But look, hey, extra podcast content. Chef David has set up a tasting for us. Yeah. So this is going to be recorded. So I don't know how you're going to set it up.
Yeah, you can edit it in.
We'll figure it out. We'll get that out. Yeah, we'll after this episode. So after the theme music cuts out, we're going to show some pictures here. We'll get it out on the gram. But more importantly, guys, the reason we're doing this pod is thank you for the tasting. But we want to give shine to other Latinos and Latinas out there that are working hard and doing their thing and pushing their boundaries. You guys have taken the risk of starting your own business, doing your pop-ups. When's the next pop-up? Where do people go? Where do they find you? Let's get the handles, dates, times. Let's go.
All right, so the next pop-up is going to be June 3rd. June 1st is the first Saturday of the month.
So that means all you guys got your paycheck, so don't even give me any excuses. Like, wake up.
Yeah, so it's Saturday, June 1st at 5 p.m. is when we open our doors and we welcome guests in. Our Instagram handle is Warrior Smokehouse, WARRIOR Smoke SMOKEHOUSE. The week before, we go very, very heavy. We're going to be posting up videos of everything that we be serving. Our primary menu is smoked brisket, smoked pork, and smoked chicken, which is everybody's going to be like, oh, like chicken's like whatever. I guarantee you've never had a chicken.
Whatever. It is fucking good.
Yeah, I can guarantee you've never had a chicken like ours. And the reason why is because our main ingredient is coffee.
Oh,
what? Why are you giving the secret though, David?
Come on,
because you know what? I can tell you what it is, but the problem is will you be able to copy it?
Replicate
it.
I like that confidence. You can't do what Chef David does.
So you heard the man. If you're not following Warrior Smokehouse on Instagram, start following them today. Get ready for the next pop-up. June 1st.
Follow them on Instagram.
And we currently are running a promotion. We're trying to get to our 1,000 followers. So we do have a post. If you follow us, go back and find that one post where we're asking people, tag 3 people in the post. And once we get to 1,000, we will be giving away $50 credit to any of our pop-ups.
All right, let's blow that sucker up. That's an easy one. Guys, if you can help out another brown business, do so. So jump on your Instagram account, start following Warrior Smokehouse.
Heck yeah. Well, guys, with that, it's been a great podcast. And the way we like to wrap up, as we get together here.
Oh, damn. Chef doesn't have
a drink. Chef doesn't have a drink. We got a runner. He's a runner. He's a track star.
I don't have
All right. Silent CEO is going to make a scene.
Oh, he's on the pod. We're going to crack it open.
Oh, that was very bad of me. I got myself to get a drink, and I didn't even see that.
Drink. But anyway, like we like to wrap up. Cheers.
Salud.
Salud.
Salud,
Golferos.
Golferos.
All right, Golferos, so if you stayed after the theme music or if you're watching this on the gram, here's the after credits. David is going to be preparing something here for us. What we got, David?
So we have our jalapeno poppers that we talked about during the podcast. Chorizo, cream cheese, our own little mixture of seasoning that we throw in there, wrapped in bacon, and then with our seasoning that we use for our pulled pork. Smoke up for 2 hours. And then obviously the main event here is gonna be.
Where's Michael Buffer to call this out?
It's gonna be.
It's time. Oh, sorry, that's Bruce Buffer.
Is gonna be our brisket. So our brisket ended up cooking close to like 19 hours. I think.
Holy
dude.
shit! If that's not a labor of love, I don't know what it is.
And you're going to do what, David? You're going to do what right now?
So we're gonna serve you guys a little taco the way we do it here at Warrior Smokehouse.
This smells so good.
Oh my god!
Things like falling apart.
YouTube, you need smell-o-vision.
So the way we always do it, let me get the plate. So obviously I don't have everything else to create what we call our Punisher, but we've always said, or we have a running joke, once we run out of the meat and we can't complete the Punisher, we usually call it a Survivor. So what a Survivor is basically our jalapeno popper, and then we throw in brisket.
Oh my god! Look at that.
And then you fill it in with whatever topping you have. So we have our spicy salsa, and we also have our molcajete style.
So how spicy is your spicy salsa?
So all of our salsas are made by my suegra, my wife's mom, obviously. And lately, the green salsa is, which usually traditionally is known as like the less spicy. Well, this one always comes out pretty spicy.
I like spicy, so.
So that's always been a big hit. And then the real spicy one, it's always this one. Now, I myself will not really eat this one just because I already know what it tastes like.
I'm gonna be all over that. I'm gonna be all over that, bro.
So David, you're making this one for yourself. What are you adding to this?
So if I'm making this for myself,
Molcajete.
the molcajete, and we gotta add our caramelized shallots. Now these things have been cooking for quite some time, as you can tell by the way they look, and that's what I'm making it like that, and probably throw a little bit of limon on top of it.
Let's go.
So
Get her done.
And Raul gets it.
All right,
you go.
So we're gonna follow.
Over here itchy. Hey, Mikey, get a picture of me.
We're gonna follow.
look,
the
look, he's
trend.
itching over here. He's
I
itching.
want some of this right now.
Anybody got some of that Survivor? All right, so I'm gonna follow the instructions from Chef David. Add a little bit of lime.
Raul, hurry up and take that first bite, bro.
bro. All right, so this is my breakfast right here, guys.
We've been holding off so that we can go ahead and.
Whoa.
All right, good fellows. It's time to eat. We gave you enough behind the scenes. Chef David and Eva hosting us over here. Everybody's hungry.
You want what we getting right now?
Go check them out.
Come and support.
June 1st.
June 1st.
June 1st.
Let's go. Salud, Golferos.
Bro, this is ridiculous.